I just sold my most expensive book to date on eBay. Stick around to find out what it was and how much it sold for. What's up guys, Beard King Picker here, back with another What Sold video. To be completely honest, I don't really have a topic today. I just want to show off my best sale to date, which was a book. So it's going to be shown in this video, so make sure you stick around for that. We're going to jump right into sales, start off with some lower dollar ones and work our way into the high dollar ones. First up, we have a Blink 182 CD. I've been listing a lot of CDs lately that I find at the Goodwill bins. They don't really cost me that much. They don't make a ton of money, but they do add another element to my store. When it comes to trying to be a full media store, I really want to have a lot of books and CDs, vinyl, and tapes. So we sold this one for $5.40 plus shipping. Next, just a lot of 2 vintage sci-fi fantasy books. I think these are more actually fantasy. These ones sold for $14 for the pair of these books. Here's another lot of 2 items I bundled together, found at the Goodwill bins. These are Metalhead magazine, vintage VHS tapes. Took an offer for $9.99 for the set of these. Okay, next item, I have no idea what this thing is. Guys, let me know if you have any idea what this is. I have no idea. All I know is that I had to list it under the title Portable Power Case Advanced Charging System. I don't think that's what this is though, but it sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Alright, next up we have this train book. Bought these from an online auction a long time ago. Had a ton of them, so I'm definitely already into the profit. Just took an offer on this one to get it moved out. I think this might be the last one I bought from that lot. And this one sold for $4.59 plus shipping. Really gonna try to jam through these sales. We have 18 that sold over the weekend for a grand total of $1,238. Guys, half of that number is all from one sale, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Jump into some more of the solds. We've got the stacker here. Let's do the first book, The Ghost of Flight 401. This only sold for $10. This book could go for more, but look how rough the condition is on here. Don't be afraid to sell books in acceptable condition. People will still pick them up. So we got $10 for this book. Next one is Historical Sketches and Roster. This sold for $19.12. Here's a cool vintage fantasy book, sold for $10.12. Dragonwing Volume 1. Alright, next up in that stack of book we have Hind's Feet on High Places. A little leather bound book right here. Don't remember where I picked this up at, but it sold for $14 plus shipping. Alright, we have the Architectural Digest Vintage Magazine. Picked up a whole bunch of these over at an estate sale. Oh, we got a cha-ching. This one is from 1941. Sold for $26. What did we just sell? Oh, we sold a dress that I've had forever listed. Ooh, sold for $44.62. That's the 4th cha-ching today. Here's what just sold, guys. Great sale. But yeah, if you ever find these, pick these up. So this is the Bible sale of the video. I swear every What Sold, I probably sell a Bible. Sell a lot of Bibles, guys. This one looks to be from the 70s or 80s. Let me check to see if I was correct there. Yeah, 1987 Bible of Knowledge and Commentary. Not a great sale, but glad to move it out of the way. It was taking up a lot of space. Pretty thick one. Only sold for $10. Alright, we have this right here. Not a book, guys. Believe it or not, sometimes I sell things that aren't books. This I found at a yard sale last weekend. Listed, already sold. I picked it up for $3. This is a distortion guitar pedal. I sold it for $34.99 plus shipping. Let's get back into my specialty books, and here's something I talk about a lot on this channel. To pick up Abeka homeschooling books. Always sell, great profit if you can get them at the correct price. We have 2 of them that just sold. First one right here, sold for $17.41. This is an algebra teacher textbook. So sold for $17.41. Here is a history of Becca book. I sold this book multiple times, I think, at this point. This one sold for $19.12. So guys, keep an eye out for Abeka books. Sell pretty decently fast for a book as well. People are always looking for these. They are very expensive brand new, so people do like buying these used. Make sure when you do find these that you kind of flip through them. Make sure there's no writing or highlighting. I've had a return on some before where there's just a little bit too much writing. So this one, you can tell that it's never been filled out. That's what a lot of people want in these homeschooling books. So if you find them, make sure you look for that. And if you do list them, make sure you take a picture of all the pages that have the highlighting and make sure it's in the description. All right, final books. We're getting real close to that super valuable one, but still, I got a few other great sales that sold over the weekend. So this tiny little book here, you guys will be very surprised on how much this book sold for. This is Wizard, Warriors, and You, book number 10. I think this is a choose your own adventure book, possibly. Role-playing adventure. All right. I don't know if you guys are into role-playing. Let me know. But this little book right here sold for $61.43 plus shipping. And I have one more of these actually listed in my store right now. So if you ever come across this, guys, take a screenshot of that if you need to. Make sure you pick this up. There's multiple books in this series. They all sell for a great profit. Last book before the book of the video, we have another I can never freaking pronounce this word. Architectural Digest. There it goes. Another vintage one. This is from 1938, I believe. And this one sold for $65. Keep an eye out for these. Do not sleep on vintage magazines, my friends. All right, the time has arrived to show you the best book sale of my book selling career thus far. I thought I did a couple videos maybe back where I sold a book for $540, but this one sold for more than that. And you're not going to believe that I found this book at the Goodwill bin, so it didn't cost me much of anything. And here is the book, which has been funny. I was real excited when I first saw this book in the bins, and I got a hold of it because I've been wanting a copy of this book for myself. But then when I realized that this is actually a first edition, not only a first edition, a signed first edition, I had to list it. I listed it for $1,000. Got an offer for $500 for this book, but we went back and forth. We went up to $650. Sold for the $650. Jurassic Park first edition, signed edition, right there. Now, this book in the past, when you look at sold comps, has sold for more. Last sold comp was at $750. I could have honestly held out and got more out of this book. The movie is coming out soon. Probably by the time I drop this video, the movie might have already dropped. But mine is in a little bit rough condition, so I was happy with the $650. We have a tear here on the dust jacket, some foxing on the paper here. So not in the best condition. And maybe if I'd have held out, I could have got around $1,000 might have been pushing it, but who knows when the movie comes out. I know the guy that did buy this book is a seller, and he sells very high-end books, so he might list it and try to get that $1,000 out of it. But $650, very happy with this flip. To date, the best book flip I've had, so maybe one day you'll get lucky too and come across the first edition, signed first edition of this book. As always, guys, keep on picking, keep on flipping. Beard King out. Rawr. Probably need